that we agree that from the Taif Agreement under the auspices of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Lebanon is a land for all Lebanese. Lebanon is the Arab state, and which is a member of the UN and a member of the OIC, and which is committed to the international laws and international human rights laws. Your Highness, Majesties, and Excellencies, the Israeli aggression that is continuing has created many atrocities, and the victims of this aggression has gone beyond 3,000 people, most of whom are women and children. And more than 4,000 children have gone, including medical staffs. About 2.5 million have been displaced. And that is an addition to our crisis. And the economic implications of this, as estimated by the World Bank, by the bank, until now, 8.5 billion, including 3 billion, which is related to destruction, full destruction on full residences, and also 5 billion in the field of education and other important sectors. And we must not, no country can support such a destruction. How can Lebanon, which is facing an economic crisis for 5 years, can face such an aggression? I would like to extend my gratitude to all the countries that have supported Lebanon. And we are grateful to them. We have something in common, and we will not separate. And from this platform, I call upon you, to all of you, to continue supporting us and supporting through aid assistance and medical assistance in terms of emergencies. I also call on the countries of the regions to take into account the specificities of our Lebanon and to abstain from interference with our internal affairs. We have to support Lebanon as a country, and we have to prepare the ground for the return of the displaced people in security and secure all this assistance. Some of the schools have been closed, and we have to secure aid assistance as soon as we go beyond the ceasefire period, and that will enable us to return them to their villages through a program relevant to that. And the expansion or the financing of the reconstruction must be also undertaken, and we must stop the aggression and the hostilities as soon as possible, and we have to look into that in compliance with the commitment of the government of Lebanon to the relevant resolution of the UN. And we have to stand against the flow of the aggression army within our country. and we must be responsible of our full and sovereignty and territorial integrity. I call upon the international community and Islamic countries to stop bias so that we can reach an immediate ceasefire arrangement. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, Majesties, the suffer of Palestinian people, which is going on the aggressions and occupation, I will reiterate my call that a ceasefire be reached through a comprehensive arrangement which can secure two-state solutions. Your Highness Mohammed bin Salman, Crown Prince, that who have call on the establishment of a independent state for the Palestinian people. Finally, peace be upon you all from a country which is undergoing aggression. Thank you very much.
We thank His Excellency Mr. Najib Al-Fati for his speech, and now the Shawkat Mirdev, the President of Uzbekistan, to give his speech, please.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Dear Honorable Chairman, distinguished heads of delegations, Honorable Mr. Chairman, I would like to extend my deep gratitude to the custodian of the two holy mosques, His Majesty, the King of Saudi Arabia, Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud, and as well as His Highness, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud, for hosting this important summit today. First of all, as we all can see, this strategy on the international arena is being approached through double standards. This dramatically increases the potential for spillover of the war and poses a serious threat to international security. Dear participants of the summit, Uzbekistan fully supports all the practical initiatives aimed at addressing the Palestinian-Israeli problem through peace and diplomacy. In this regard, we believe that today's summit will demonstrate common political will and unity, develop effective global and regional mechanisms and specific solutions, and swiftly put them into practice. In first place, here we are referring to the need to drastically increase the role and influence of the United Nations and the Security Council in addressing this long-standing conflict. Immediate cessation of military action, provision of safe humanitarian corridors, and most importantly, the initiation of peace negotiations should be at constant focus. It should be at the constant focus of this universal international structure. Second, on November 15, the long-suffering Palestinian people will celebrate their national day, the day declaration of the state of Palestine. I'm confident that this nation with an ancient and rich history has every right to establish an independent and free state within the borders of 1967 with East Jerusalem as its capital. In this regard, we fully support the activities of the Global Alliance for implementation of the two-state solution organized at the initiative of Saudi Arabia. Third, in order to prevent an unprecedented humanitarian crisis in Palestine and Lebanon, we need to expand the scope of assistance from our countries and within the framework of leading international organizations. We support increasing the necessary assistance to the activities of UNRWA, and the other United Nations institutions which have great experience. In this regard, we express our readiness to provide free medical care to war-affected Palestinian children and women in Uzbekistan's hospitals. We also intend to discuss the issue of extending practical assistance to the Palestinian people at the forthcoming GCC Central Asia Summit in Samarkand next year. Fourth, as part of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, we should attach great attention to ensuring the sanctity and preservation of the Holy Al-Aqsa Mosque and other unique historical and cultural cities in Jerusalem. Dear heads of delegations, I hope that our extraordinary meeting today will be a big step towards addressing the Middle East problem. I pray to Allah Almighty to bestow peace and tranquility upon the world and further strengthen the unity of our Ummah. Thank you for your kind attention.
I thank His Excellency Mr. Shaukat Margaret for his speech. And now, His Excellency President Bashar Assad, the President of Syria, to give his speech. Your Excellency, Your Royal Highness, Prince Mohammed bin Salman, Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, we will not talk about the historical rights of the Palestinians or the solidarity of both the Palestinian and the Lebanese people and our role to support them and legitimacy of the resistance in both countries and what has embodied of honor and what has provided the iconic fighters and the brave fighters, and will not talk about the Nazi crimes of the Zionist regime and not the transformation of the